Okay, hi everyone. How are you? Every time I start, like, I get a spam SBA call or something offering me health insurance or whatever. So here we go. I'm gonna try again. So if you saw my video from yesterday, you'll see that I took a video on my way out of town. I had woke up yesterday, realized that there were two storms possibly coming. That was the forecast anyway. One in Colorado, one here in Wyoming, and they were different storm systems. And long story short, I was going to not really safely or for sure I wasn't going to be able to get to Denver, go to the bins, and get back without possibly being stuck somewhere in between. You never know with the forecasts out here. They do their best, but Wyoming's kind of isolated, and they do their best to give you good predictions. But they'll talk about mountain snow, which I live up in the mountains, and then a lot of times the snow is only a few inches, but then the wind comes up. And I live in one of the windiest places, especially in the country, at Arlington, Wyoming. You can read about there in Wyoming, Interstate 80 with the wind. And so I panicked a little bit. If you watched my video yesterday, you know I had a little bit of a baby pity party meltdown. I had just gotten back from Christmas. I had sourced a little bit over Christmas. And my dad couldn't come till Christmas Eve, and then I had church on Sunday, so I really didn't start seeing my family until Sunday afternoon, and then Monday and Tuesday. And then when my dad went back home, I sourced a little bit, got as much as I could, came back on Tuesday night really late, and unpacked my suitcase, thought I was going to get organized and then go again Friday. I was going to list everything I got, go again what would be tomorrow. And then I saw the forecast and realized that there was a very good chance I wouldn't be able to get back and forth. So anyway, that's the story. I jumped in the car about 1 after I'd gotten all my mail out from before Christmas. On Christmas Eve, I did ship on Saturday morning. Then I went and had Christmas with my family. And so as of Wednesday morning, I had a ton of shipping. I think I had about 40 orders going out. Some were hard goods. I do pre-pack my hard goods, so they're all packaged, but I just have to kind of decide, is this a UPS or a priority mail thing, depending on where it's going. And then I have to not only go to the post office, but then I have to go to UPS. So that took me and everything else. Plus, I just woke up not really realizing, so I probably didn't get ready as fast as I could have. I was trying to enjoy the morning, being back home, and then realized that I had to hurry. So about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I got in the car. And I did pack a suitcase, packed my cooler all over, took my computer, took my camera just in case I did miss it somehow. So I got to Laramie, and thankfully, surprisingly, in 4 hours, this is what I found. So this is the haul from yesterday in 4 hours. This is an hour and a half away from me in a town called Laramie, Wyoming. And there's lots of other resellers there. I don't know. I need to look up and see like how big they actually are. But they're in there every time I see them, and I think they do well. And not only that, but I had already picked these stores myself. This is where I had Christmas. This is where I had shopped on Monday and Tuesday off and on. And so it wasn't just competing with other resellers. It was competing with myself because I had already been through huge parts of the stores. So, but I decided to just go back and get as much as I could. I was willing to kind of lower my standards a little bit. At least that's the mindset I had, to just get some 4 into 20 items because I have my receipt here. The Goodwill on adult tops and bottoms, now not jeans, but adult tops and bottoms, charges $3.75. That is the good thing about living in rural Wyoming, is that the Goodwills are not near as expensive as once you cross over into Colorado. And then the adult denim was $4.50. And adult jackets are $7.50. And then if it's a really heavy coat, they charge me $10, and I did get 2 of those. And shoes are normally $3.50. I did get a pair of shoes that were marked for $6, and then adult boots were $4.75 because they weren't marked. So the prices aren't like what a lot of people that I see on haul videos are used to paying at a regular Goodwill, but it still blows my budget for the week because I'm used to going to the bins and paying $1.89 a pound in Denver, and then I do supplement at these Goodwills. But I try to be really, really careful. So anyway, I left yesterday just determined to make sure that I had my 10 items a day minimum. That's the minimum I try to list. I'm really trying to aim for 20 or 25, but I thought I'm going to go shop, and then I had taken a suitcase. I was going to stay the night into today and shop as much as I could, and then the minute the snow started, just head back. In 4 hours, though, yesterday, from the time I arrived at my destination in Laramie, it was from 3 to 7. The Goodwills, at least in Laramie and Cheyenne, they still close at 7 p.m. So following COVID, they have not switched back to 9 p.m. I think in Colorado they have. But where I live, they haven't. So if you don't leave until after you get your shipping done, or get around for the day, or work out, or have breakfast, or whatever, you're already time short to really get my whole route done in just one day. And thankfully I have family, and I have an apartment I share with my college age daughter, not just me, but my husband and our dog. We share it because the roads are so treacherous where we live here in the mountains that if we do get stuck on that side, we need a place to stay. And then over the holidays, we just stay there. And since my daughter's in college there, it works out. She pays most of the rent now. I used to have a nursing job there before I became a full-time reseller, so then I paid all of the rent. But when she moved back and wanted to go to college in this town, I was more than happy to help her, but she wants to, feel like she's taking care of herself. So she pays most of the rent, and I pay just several hundred a month to kind of offset the times that I'm there. And then I still help her with her phone and little things that moms do. But anyway, so it's kind of like a free place for me to stay. However, my inventory is here in Saratoga, Wyoming. So it sounds great. It sounds like I can live in two places, but I still can't really keep my business in two places. You have to decide where your inventory is going to be. I only have 1,000 items at any time listed. I just cannot seem to get past that. My stuff sells. I am very careful about sell-through rate, so my stuff just flips, but I still have orders going out every single day, usually around 10 orders a day, sometimes more. And so when I'm stuck on that end of the mountain or that side of the mountain, it is a pain. So anyway, some of you have heard that before, so sorry about the repeat. Anyway, so this was, a storm possibly coming. And so I ran up there. There are two stores I went to. Normally there are three. One is called The Cottage. It's a church thrift store. And it has quite a bit of clothes, really. And they don't really look up brands. They don't really have a specialty thing. I guess if something has a certain look, they might mark it up, but they do not go by brand at all. So when I do get time, I go in there. I don't think they're real thrilled about people reselling things. It seems like I've heard that in the past. So I try not to go in there except for emergencies, and I don't buy a whole lot when I'm in there. I'm very picky. Just make sure I buy a little bit of things so that I'm not doing something they don't like. I would rather get my stuff from the Goodwill who loves it when I come in. I'm just not someone who wants to force myself on a thrift store that doesn't want me in there. I like to be welcomed in when I go. I like to have people know what I'm doing. I like to be free to look stuff up on my phone. And at that place, I'm a little bit iffy about it. And they were closed yesterday anyway. The problem with that place, and depending on that place, is that it is a church volunteer thing. So even though it's a pretty decent size operation, I think it is run by just pretty few people. And so over the holidays, I don't know if they're open today because I'm not there in town, but they weren't open yesterday. So that wasn't an option. So I went to this consignment place, which is becoming a huge source of mine. It's called New to You. Here is the receipt. If you're ever in Laramie, Wyoming, there are so many clothes. Let's see. How am I doing this? Okay. I don't know if that's actually showing up. Anyway, it's called New to You, spelled that way. This place has more clothes than any Goodwill or Ark that I've ever been in. It's hard to explain. It's a consignment place in a college town, but they just bring it out and bring it out and bring it out because it's all they do. They have shoes and clothes, and that's it. Shoes, clothes, belts, hats, that kind of thing. They don't have any hard goods at all, and it's in an old house, so it's just huge. The upstairs is huge, and then the downstairs is where they put the stuff that hasn't sold, and then that's half off. But because college kids want money and it's kind of like a job to them, you can consign 25 items a week, and you can take out $50 a week, or you can spend your consignment money an unlimited amount in the store. So when I am going to the bins, like I should be, I am always bringing 25 items to them every week like clockwork when I go through. And they're really good to me. They let me drop it off on any day, even though those aren't the consignment days, because they know I'm from out of town. So I go there a lot. Sometimes I have hundreds and hundreds of dollars in credit because I've learned what they like, but what does not sell well on eBay. So I try to bring them lots of Columbia that I just can't move on eBay. I try to just go to the bins, and if it's a Columbia thing, I try to put it in there for this place. And so that was my first place, and I'll go through here. I've got the bags, and I'll try to separate out what I got at each place. Then my second place was just the Goodwill in Laramie, Wyoming. They also are really, really actually pretty good on most days about just bringing stuff out. It's not as much as the consignment store, because a consignment store, the college kids just dump on them every week. I mean, they must have hundreds and hundreds of consignment clients every week bringing in bags of 25 items each. And the amount of inventory that I can find at that new to you place is crazy. The downside is that they aren't dumb. They are former eBay resellers. I still see the owners of it out at garage sales sometimes, and I know who they are, and visit with them briefly. I've never admitted totally to being a reseller, but I'm in their store buying hundreds of dollars of items with my consignment money, and I always have my phone out. So I don't think it's a secret. I think they know. And I take a lot of the stuff that they can't move, a lot of stuff they price at $5. I take a lot of that stuff with my consignment money. So at least as far as I know, they know that I'm a reseller, and it's a good situation for both of us. But the Goodwill also is second best. I feel like most of the resellers in town go to the Goodwill. They don't seem to source it new to you as much, and I think they're really missing the boat, because you'll see how much I had to pay up at the consignment store, but the stuff I get, if you're really, really careful and really, really study your brands. I mean, they know their brands. Like I said, they know that Ralph Lauren is not cheap. So I had to pay $20 for a Ralph Lauren piece, which I would, hate to do at Goodwill. But you'll see why. And this is few and far between. I don't walk out with $200 items out of the consignment store all the time, but I do outstudy them in some areas, and I have learned a little bit their weaknesses. And and so once in a while I can get a real good one off of them, even though they're former eBayers. I think the reason why is because the volume. They just they're, like I said, they really probably do know that a lot of these things are worth money, but it's almost like being on Whatnot. I think for them, they have such a volume that they just want to move it and keep the store moving. And so even if they know I'm selling some higher end things, I don't really think they care. So let's get started. As always, the disclaimer is that I still, as much as I promised, like the last year and a half, I still have not learned how to edit a video or splice two videos together. So if something does happen and my computer goes off, I'll just make it part 2, and we'll just pick up where we left off. It really is on my goal list for this year, but it just hasn't happened. I know I could, like, while I'm taking photos, listen to YouTube videos on how to, like, make videos, and I need to do that. It's just kind of dry and boring. This isn't, making the videos is okay. I do love sharing. It's kind of lonely out here by myself, so I like the interaction of those of you who have subscribed, and I appreciate that. But the making of the videos themselves is not my thing. So I will get there, though. I will get there. Okay, so let's start with this bag. This is Goodwill. I have not even unpacked this. I slept in way too long today. I got home. like I said, I got there. I realized that within 4 hours at 7, when the Goodwill closed, that between the two stores I had enough. Then I still had to go to Walmart and get some groceries to get me through this possible storm. And then I said hi to my mom for just a few minutes. She lives there. And like I said in my previous video, I had already seen them for days and days and days over Christmas. So I just stopped in, said hi to my niece who's 7, said hi to everybody, and then I was home by about 9:30 p.m. And then it took us like 20 minutes to unload. I only bought like 8 bags of merchandise in the 4 hours, but I had my suitcase to unload again, my computer to unload again, all of that stuff that I ended up not needing. And so I'm tired, or I was tired this morning, but I slept in way too long. All right, so I've been watching. Oh man. Oh, well, Jack. Is it Jack Valentine? I believe so. No, I don't know. Uh, Jack and I should know their names. But anyway, they talk about Athleta not ad nauseum, like and I guess for a long time I wasn't going to the bins, so I was thinking, $4 to 20, and it was good, but my Athleta would sit, and I'm hearing them talk about it and how, if you get the newer ones with the style name already on it, and I mean that's my thing. I'm not a real super trendy person, so I can obviously tell tapered leg, and I can kind of tell high waisted, but other than that, I'm not that good at maybe describing things like they are. They're real into the designer fashions, and they're really good, and so I've learned that I definitely do, and I'm doing better with Athleta that does have the style name. It's the newer pieces have the style name. When I do the style names like this, then it does sell a lot faster for me. But I've been picking up almost all Athleta now at the bins, even if it's older, because I'm trying to build my store around certain um, uh, not bolo brands, bread and butter brands. I'm a part of Tech and Sports and Chris's Daily Refinement mentorship group, and they talk about how much faster you can list if you're just knowing your niche. And so I'm slow. I'm not always abiding by their advice like they say. I'm really trying to get there, but it's been a huge mind switch to sell lower profit items, but I can list these things so much faster. So anyway, Goodwill haul. At Goodwill yesterday, I spent about half and half of my time. Half at the New to You consignment and half at the Goodwill. And so at the Goodwill, I spent $139.13 in about 2 hours flat. And I had 18 tops and bottoms at $3.75 each. Adult denim, I had 4 items at $4.50 each. 2 adult jackets that were light, that they considered light, at $7.50. 2 heavy coats at $10. 1 $6 pair of shoes, and 1 $4.75 pair of boots. So there's my receipt from yesterday. So anyway, that's what we're going to try to go through. I'm pretty sure it's separate. I can separate it. It's in the Goodwill bag. So this is a pair of Athleta Elation Rib Trim 7/8 tight. And I would have paid, this would have been an adult top or bottom, so I would have paid $3.75 for these. But they're real cute. They have the cuffs on the bottoms, and I think that I can definitely get, about $18 for these plus shipping. If not, $3.75 to even $15, I am more than fine with that, especially if it flips within 90 days or less. That's always, always, always my goal. I care more about that than the profit. I don't know. I need my cash flow back. I'm not there yet where I just have this huge pile of money from reselling. I make a very good living. I'm at $10,500 right now, $10,589 or something like that. $10,589.14 or something when I looked right before this video. And so that's in the scrolling 31 days. So I'm happy with that for right now. But yeah. So this is Athleta again. I love this pattern. Cute, cute, cute. It's a 1X, which is a great size. And this is the Salutation Stash Pocket in printed. N Pocket 2 printed. I guess it is 7/8 tight. So, yeah, just real cute. Just a real cute pattern. I think these will do... at least 15, and some of these patterns on Athleta, or some of these style names like the Salutation, some of these can go a lot higher, and especially in a 1X, I might even get 20 out of these. Okay, this is Tea by Talbots. Now this is new at tags. I think it's Kaylee Elaine or there's several people that I listen to. I can't place them all, but they talk about how they're doing Coldwater Creek and Talbot's again and some of these, and I was doing a lot of those brands at the bins, but then I found myself ending up on a lot of it, getting like $10, $12. Now that I'm on Chris and Tech's mentorship group, I realized that as long as you have listings for those and you can sell similar off of them very, very quick and do your listings fast, that's actually a great return on investment from the bins. But I still am hesitant. I still have not even though I've been listening to all these people telling me to, pick up some of these brands that people are looking for, but maybe sell for less. That's the point that Chris and Tech are trying to make, is that the sell through that you're looking at, you're including all the price layers. If you separate that out to under $15 or under $12 or whatever eBay allows on that left-hand screen, sometimes J. Crew is a great thing to pick up, because at the under $15, at the like $12 level, it flies out of there. And that's true of what I'm finding as I'm trying to listen to the advice, that if you do your research based on, okay, I bought this at the bins, I can get, it's $1, then all of a sudden a lot of brands become very viable to sell. But I was paying $3.75 for this. So Talbot's 1X, I think that's a great price. I looked up Tea by Talbot's, and it actually is a pretty good thing, especially new at tags. These are a polyester stretch, just black pants, just everyday black pants, slight taper to them. So yeah, nice big pockets in the back. They're kind of an oversized, nice look. And I think I'll do, I looked these up when I was in the store. I wanted to say like maybe new at tags like over 20 plus shipping. I always charge shipping. This is J. Jill. Now, that's another brand that it's either Kaylee Elaine or someone has been saying, they pick up a lot of J. Jill. And at the bins, I could understand that, but I wasn't at the bins yesterday. I didn't have that choice. And so again, I was paying $3.75, and I'm just really picky. I'm used to, really caring about my sell through and caring about the prices I'm going to get. And so to pick up J. Jill again, especially not at the bins, I was hesitant, but I was thinking, I have to find inventory. So I was a little bit more willing to look up stuff I probably would not have bothered with. And I had seen somewhere a lot of people talking about the Ponte pant. And so this is just J. Jill Ponte pants. It's a nice kind of, I don't think it's houndstooth. Yeah, it is actually. It's a black and gray houndstooth. And this is a small, petite, slim leg. And I actually looked up in that size, like, is this still worth $3.75? This is a cotton stretch. So I think I can easily get 15 plus shipping for it, even in a small, petite, which is not an ideal size. This is, let's see, this is called Evolution and Creation. These I did not look up because they're in my size, and if they aren't worth reselling, I'm going to wear these for working out and going cycling and things like that. So I bought these pretty much for myself. If they have good comps, though, I always choose to sell stuff rather than keep it for myself. But if it's like only going to sell for $10 or $12, I'm going to keep those. These are really, really, really pretty. I love the pattern on these. These, come here, tag, are Soft Surroundings 1X. So, I'm so short, guys, sorry, to hold these up. And I have a standing desk, which really, really has helped me, because I was leaning over my chair too much, and it was just killing my back. Now I do need to get a mat, because my back is kind of a little sore too, again, from, doing my photography station back there. And then here, I don't have the rubber mats. I don't know. I just didn't think about it when I was setting up this standing desk, but I'm going to have to definitely do that. But anyway, I know I'm really short with filming off of my computer, but they have, I don't even know if I'd say, maybe a slight taper, and this is a viscose nylon spandex, But soft surroundings. I'm going to try to find this exact kind of print. And but I'm thinking that in that size I can get well over $20, and these cost me $3.75 again. Okay, where are we? This is the next Jill Ponte. For some reason, I found these in all shapes and sizes. This is a medium, not a petite like the other one. And these are just a black slim leg. And again, this particular Jill Ponte just has a fairly decent sell-through, especially for me, just kind of having to find inventory. I was really happy with finding that. Okay, this is the end of that sack, and this is a brown pair of Jill. The concept, if you're not a part of Tech and Chris's reseller Nirvana group, it's about $39.99 a month, and it's the best money I've ever spent. It's the best thing I've ever done, honestly, and I'm going to make a video about that eventually. They teach that, you know, if you buy like items, it's boring, it's not as fun, it's not like outsourcing and seeing all these hard goods like I had in my last video, but I can list these 3 pair of Jill Ponte pants in like literally, you know, 6 to 8 minutes, other than the, you know, quick photography, because it's just so similar. I have to change the size and change the color, but then everything else is the same. And they talk about how fast you can actually list inventory if you try to buy like items. So, I have a few constraints, I feel like, with my travel and with where I live, especially this week, without a doubt. That's very hard to do because, you know, of the weather. But I am more and more seeing how it works. And when I go to the bins and I'm there for 2 days and I can kind of pick up the same brand over and over and over, I'll come home with 25 of the same brand, and I literally can list, you know, just so many items in a couple of hours because it's just so much similar. So I have at least 3 pair of these Jill Ponte pants, and those are going to get listed so quick, and they're going to sell good. Okay, this is my second Goodwill bag. Oh, I guess there's just one item in here. This is this big coat. Now, I paid $10 for this. And when I was in the store, I could not find the brand. It's a USA brand, but I haven't tried Terapeak because I was just on my phone. So it's a USA made brand. It's a 3XL, is that? Yeah, 3XL. And then, is it nylon? I don't even know what this is. Nope, just polyester, but it's called G. Lundeen outerwear, and it, you know, USA. But the reason I bought it anyway is because I looked up the camo brand, and I'm getting to where I realize that, like, on any kind of camo, or at least most camo, it'll have like what type of camo this is. So this is called True Timber MC squared. And so when I looked that up, and again, I was in a big hurry, but for $10, I knew on a heavy coat like this with that kind of camo that I could definitely, I'm thinking $40 minimum for this size of a coat and hood. But you know, I just stopped looking at the comps, and I didn't sort highest to lowest. I just saw some good comps and knew it would be worth it. So, yeah, look that up and let me know what you think. True Timber MC squared. People love certain camo looks. It's crazy. Living out here in Wyoming, I've just kind of learned that the brand is less important than even the style of camo. So keep that in mind. That's my tip for the day. Okay. Now, I haven't authenticated these yet. This will be my second item of RRL if these are real. These were just at the Goodwill. They were in the women's section. I don't know if someone's saving things for someone else, or, you know, there was a lot of men's really nice jeans in the women's section. So, you know, and there are people who have told me, one guy from Fort Collins, I ran into him, and he could tell I was a reseller, and told him I, you know, shopped in Laramie a lot, and he's like, oh yeah, I know when all the new shoes come out, and I know all this stuff. So definitely there are people who make that drive even down from Colorado, and they have ins with the manager. I know the manager, you know, I know his name, but I've never asked for a discount or anything. I just find such good stuff there, and I probably could, you know, give him my story about how I have to drive so far, and I could make it worth their time to save me things. But I don't want to get anybody in trouble. That's really not something that, I mean, they can get in trouble with the Goodwill. So I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying I just don't want to go there because I really like this manager. He puts a ton of stuff out, and that's what's most important to me. Because I've had other managers at this local Goodwill, and they wanted to do kind of that style. I've seen it in Colorado a lot. There are certain Goodwills I won't even go to because it's like frou-frou and really pretty, but there's like 10 men's shirts because I guess they're trying to make it like a boutique look or something. I don't know what the theory is because, you know, maybe they're more of a donation center and the store performance doesn't even matter. I have no idea, but I've been in some Goodwills that just never brings anything out. And we've had a couple managers in this Laramie Goodwill that were the same. They just had so much space in the store but no clothing, and this person, this guy, he's bringing it out fast, fast, fast. So I don't want to mess with that. I certainly don't want him to go anywhere or get in trouble, so I'm gonna you know, anyway, why these were in the women's, and you'll see some other jeans that were in the women's that just obviously, these I guess you could kind of say they're a smaller size. If you were in a hurry, you know, you could kind of say they might be women's, but the other, I don't think so. So anyway, here's this. I didn't even look these up. I paid $4. If they're not authentic, I'll, you know, whatever. I didn't have time. I just thought I got to grab this and put it down in the bottom of my cart. I think I closed the store down last night. I was from like 6 to 7. It wasn't even that cold or snowy, but I seriously, I think I was the only person in the store from like 6 to 7 the last hour. You know, and it's a fairly decent sized Goodwill, but by then everyone else is having supper and everything. So anyway, if this is all true, the Japan woven selvage denim, I'm gonna you know, go in and look at all the other tags on eBay and see if this looks authentic. I got to look at the buttons. It looks like you know, the buttons do say you know, Ralph Lauren, which on fakes, you know, counterfeiters are only so motivated. So there are checks I can do, and then I have a guy in the group on Tech and Chris's group. That's the number one thing too of being in the mentorship group. You can ask any question, and I try to be real careful to do my own research. I don't want to just, you know, depend on other people to say, hey, is this real? Is this real? Is this real? Because the group is you know, wanting you to excel and become your own real strong reseller. But on something like this where you know, I can ask if I want to. I have several people on there who are jean experts who I can ask. So this says USA. I'm going to look up that number, and I'm going to look on Google before I even try to sell these. But if these are real, just in my like 5-second thing, these could be worth, you know, $150 to $200. So I'm gonna go find out. Let's see. It said salvage. So it is actually, yeah, it does have the red line salvage on there. So, which I'm not familiar enough with Ralph Lauren denim to know, especially the RRL denim, and but I'm thinking they're real. I'm fairly sure. If not, that's okay. $4 to take a chance, and I was in a hurry. Okay. So these I was so happy with. I gotta zip these up. I have a jacket right now that has a lot of lookers, and I probably just need to lower my price. But these are Stio, and the jackets can go really high. I had just bought that jacket and done the comps on the jacket, and I knew the brand had some really good performance. And I was in a hurry, but I got 3 pair of different colors. These are like a really nice olive color in these pants. And they have kind of the gusset, you know, style there. And so anyway, I'm going to get these listed. I'm thinking these are worth at least $30 a piece just based on what little brand knowledge I have. I might be off on that, but I paid, let's see, I don't know if they consider these denim or adult tops and bottoms, but I either paid $3.75 or $4.50. I was in such a hurry to get through. I was giving the gal all my stuff out of my cart, and then I would go shop some more because I had, how many items did I have total? I don't know, 18. I had like 25 items pretty much, so I was just wanting her to get through it, and I especially wanted the RRL put in a bag just in case they were saving that and a couple other things I found for someone else. Here's the other Stio right here. So, and these are 32 long, which I think are a really good size. Anything long does better for me in men's. And here we go again. Here is the Stio again. So, anyway, I'm real happy with that find. I'll probably list them separately. I'll look. I could maybe put them all together, 3 pair for a certain price, but I think I'll just list them separately and do sell similar really quick off of them. So, let's see. This was also a few pair of jeans down from the RRL Polo Ralph Lauren, but in the women's section. And I believe these are men's. Here's the inside tag. And here is this tag, or this part of it. And these are a size 32, 32. And, you know, they're just real cute. They have some good whiskering right there, which is just really good on denim. And so I don't know. These are obviously not as good as the double R, but these should sell, I would think, for 35. I'm going to look it up. I didn't even look it up in the store. Okay, here's my next Goodwill. This must be the other $10 coat, or one of the $10 coats. And this is, I'm just on a Polo Ralph Lauren theme. So for 10 bucks, I knew that I could get at least 30 or 40. It's just a nice olive green jacket. Well, not olive, forest green, I guess I would say. Kind of more of a dark forest green. But the zipper works great. It's kind of a cotton nylon outer shell, and then it's lined with polyester, but it has good pockets, and so I think I get at least 40. I haven't really run any comps on that. Even if I get, you know, 30, plus shipping, I'm kind of in that situation where I need an inventory, so I'm okay with that. I would rather pay $5 at the bins, but that's okay. Okay, this is another Goodwill. These are Eddie Bauer, kind of vintage puffer, kind of quilted. I guess these aren't, I guess they're kind of puffer too, but they're quilted. And they are goose down. And these are, let's see, outer fabric are nylon, lining is nylon. So even on the inside, they're nylon lined. This is the kind of stuff that I really have an advantage just because of our climate. And I still feel like I can get these sold by spring. I didn't do comps on them. I just knew, I think these are vintage Eddie Bauer. I think these are USA, aren't they? Let me see here. Yeah, USA made. And let's see, they have a style code. They tell me I don't need glasses, but I'm not so sure about that. I can't read all these like real faded tags. But anyway, I don't know what size these are. It does say here, I think, size. What does it say? I think it says size medium-A. I don't know. But anyway, medium, average. But it's, you know, got really cool snaps on there. And the color on these is really pretty. It's kind of like a, I don't know what you would call it, like a brownish gray. So yeah. So anyway, happy with that purchase. I would have paid $3.75 for that. Let's see here. This is my next Goodwill. I love selling Cool brand. It's one of my favorite brands to wear. I'm really sad to have to give up that flannel that I showed in the last video. It just won't, you know, even though it's a large, it just doesn't fit over my shoulders the right way, and I can't really button it. I really love that flannel. And this is a large too. It has a little more stretch to it. I might actually check into keeping it, but I really have too many clothes, and I have lots of cool stuff because I just find it in Wyoming pretty easily. So I'm probably going to sell this, try to get, you know, $18 or $20 out of it. It's a real pretty blue, and I shouldn't have any trouble with that on a full zip piece there. Okay, this is my next pair that I am not sure. So I do not know if these are authentic yet. I'm not saying I'm going to end up listing them. I've got to do my checks and balances. But they did have a style name that I was easily able to look up on eBay. And they have a lot of detail. and things that tell me, or not tell me, but suggest to me that these are not fake. Here's the pockets, and you know, these are just very, very detailed. I'm not saying that there aren't good fakes out there, and I'm really afraid of things like Rock Revival and stuff, because that's where the fakes do get really good and they can get you. I know from one pair I sold in the past that there are some things on the tag that tell you whether they're real or not. So I'm going to look all of this up and get my best idea of whether they are or aren't. There's the inside button there. And but at most, I wasted $4.50. If I have any doubts after talking to a couple people or looking into it, here's this on the pockets, then I just won't sell them. I never risk my eBay account. It's just not worth it. So, you know, even if I end up wrong on the double RL and even wrong on, I think I have 2 pair of Rock Revival, it's 12 bucks. And I feel like it was worth the chance, especially since I was in a hurry. You know, but I just feel like the stitching looks quality to me. You know, this is down the inseam, so I'm pretty sure I did good, but I'll find out. So to me, it's worth the education too, because I do need to get faster. Like I see, believe it or not, Miss Me and Rock Revival and a lot of that stuff quite often. I'm just kind of afraid to pick some of it up, and so I need to get faster at being able to do my identifications. Boy, I'm 40 minutes already. Man, I must talk, I guess. Okay, this is Cabela's. It's kind of a canvas shirt. It's like a cotton canvas. It's not, I mean, I guess it's kind of a denim-y, but more of a canvas type. 100% cotton. It's a nice gray, and it has this kind of, there's a name for the neck. I can't remember. Certain kind of collar style, mandarin collar style. So I think that that's kind of unique in the button down. So anyway, I'm thinking I'll get between 15 and 30 on this. I haven't really run the comps. All the buttons are there and it looks clean. Yeah, you know, it's like under workwear, and I sell a lot of this because that's what I find to pick up. Okay, let's see now. Here's my next Goodwill bag. So here again are another pair of the Jill Ponte. These are an XL. So that's the thing, you know, I got a small, petite, and I got all these kinds. I don't think it's just any one person who donated these because the sizes are so different. I think the thing is that there just aren't any resellers in this particular thrift picking these up. And you know, so now that I am looking for Jill Ponte, then I just really found them. These are a nice, pretty gray. I'm thinking 15 to 20. I'll have to look that up for sure. All right, here's my potential second pair of Rock Revival. Again, you know, good details on the buttons. I know that can all be faked. This style brand was the Rocky Straight, if they're real. And here's all that inside stitching. Here's the inside button. And then here is, you know, my tag. And so yeah, so I feel like it's worth it for me going forward to really, you know, get an idea of, am I willing to take the risk on this brand or not? If not, I'll check out the Real, or I'll check out some other things, or I'll, you know, sell them to another reseller who, like, you know, is willing to take the chance and thinks that I'm right. I just have to put some more time in it and do that. But they're really nice embroidered on the back if they are real. And they have some great washout. So anyway. Okay, so the boots that I talked about that I paid, let's see. I paid $4.75 for adult boots, and these are Naot, N-A-O-T. So, Naot, where am I? So, 076 and then an O slash, or a 9. I don't know. I would have thought, I mean, I don't know if I looked on the bottom and I was willing to pay 9, or if, but anyway, these are the only pair of boots I got, and they charged me $4.75 for these boots. So I thought they were in really good condition. They're really pretty ankle boots. And what size are they? They're 40s, which is a good thing because I'm in love with these. But I think in European sizes, I wear like a 38. So thankfully, I will not be tempted by those. That's my problem, is I find so much stuff I want to keep and everything. Okay, now these are Pure Jill Linen XL Nua tags. And so for $3.75, I thought that was definitely well worth my pickup. These are a nice navy linen, and so I want to get those listed. I don't know what new J. Jill linen goes for. I'm thinking over 20 with the tags. I might get more. I got to do some quick comps on a lot of things. That's the problem with, selling too many different things, is that you do spend too much time in research. At least that's the thing that the group teaches that I'm on. And I have found that when I'm selling a bunch of stuff, I already know what it is because I have experience with it. My listing time is like cut in half. And I don't spend a lot of time on research either. I'm not sitting there pondering. I just want to get a base idea. But it's that extra minute or two just looking up every single thing I bought. Like a lot of this, because I had to do what I had to do, I'm going to have to research some of it. Bare bottom XL. So these, I know I looked them up in the store. I think I saved it as a draft. That's the other big tip I would give you if you're a newer reseller, is that when I'm in the store, I'm doing comps. And so at least I go ahead and sell similar when I'm on my phone and I decide to buy it. I just go to sell similar, or sell one like this. I guess it is on your phone. It says sell one like this. And then when I get home, I at least have the drafts. The problem is that I guess what I need to do is, when I've already decided in my head how much these are worth, I need to take that extra second and put the price in that I'm going to get. Then I wouldn't have any research to do when I got home. And that's the one thing that I'm trying to learn to do. These are like joggers. They have nice tapered things. But when I looked these up, these had a good sell-through. So I got those. Okay. And then this is, I think, my last Goodwill sack. So these shoes I paid up $6 for, wherever it is. Anyway, they charged me $6. These are called Gatsby shoes. And when I looked them up, they're really cute. I wish they were in my husband's size because he would love these. But they're, what size are these things? I don't know. Hopefully I looked for the size when I was in there. I don't. Oh, 46. They're a size 46, I'm assuming European, because they are, I can tell they're too big for him, I think. But I will check it out, see if he can wear them. But he needs a wide, and so these aren't wide. So I'm pretty sure I get to keep them to sell. I was thinking these were all the Gatsby shoes I saw were like comps of upwards of over $40. So I'll try to find the style code and see what I get. Okay. Oh, another pair of Stio pants. Yeah, I just couldn't believe it. I found all four side by side. They're all 32s, so they're a little bit too small for my husband. But if for some reason I didn't comp these correctly, because I was just going based on the fact that I found that jacket and the brand was really good. But if not, these are kind of my son's size, and he might actually like some of these. But I think I can get 20 a piece on Stio. This one, I don't know, did the others have cargo pockets? I don't know. This one has cargo pockets, but it also has some kind of, I don't know what, something melted on them there. So that's not going to wash out or anything. It's just stuck on there. So maybe I'll get, 12 or something as work pants, because that one has that flaw on it. Okay, now this, I know, let's see, I would have paid $7.50 for this, and I never even looked it up in the store. I'm trying to even find the brand. A long time ago, I sold something similar to this, and this was like in the last 20 minutes before they were going to close. And so what does this say? This is, I don't know. I've sold one like this, and I got $200 for it. Now, I'm not saying that's what this is. Copyright, I'll have to get my glasses out. I don't know, Takate or something. But anyway, it's cute, and unless it ends up to be a fake or something when I do my research, I thought it was definitely like a satin jacket that was unique. 2004 by, gosh, let me get my glasses. Hold on, folks. Okay. Yeah, whenever I go to the eye doctor, they're like, no, you just need readers. And but I wish I had like bifocal so I don't have to keep putting them on. Because like now if I tried to walk around with these glasses on, I'd get sick. So I technically must not need them. I want to say it says Takeda something. So anyway, 2004 by Takeda something. So anyway, I have more research to do, but I had a choice to make. They were checking me out, and I don't even think I had 20 minutes. I think I was like down to 10 minutes before store close, and I just grabbed it. I thought $7.50. I'm almost sure this satin jacket is something. So I'll try to report back once I figure that one out. Okay, and then this is another chance. So this is the video with a lot of things that I did chances on, which at the bins when I'm there, I normally stay the entire day open to close, take a cooler, or else if my husband's there with me, he'll go and get food. And I normally don't take chances. Like even that's $7.50, you know, so if it ends up to be a fake or something, I hate to do that. But even at the bins, when they're really trucking stuff out, I figure, you know, if I spend $25 taking a chance on something and I lose it, it's better because that looks very, very similar to that other one that I had. And I know satin jackets, so I just went on my hunches. Satin jackets are almost always good in some sense, especially a 2004 one. And then the writing on that, I almost think I know it's worth 100, but don't quote me. But this is another thing I took a chance on. It's a Disney Parks. And so I thought this is going to be simple, you know, and then it has this tag. Now I do need to make sure that this is authentic because I had trouble finding it. So I'm going to go to, what do you call it? Not Worth Point. I don't have that yet. I'm probably going to eventually, if I keep doing hard goods especially, I'm going to end up getting that. But Terapeak. And I need my glasses on again for this. But anyway, I looked it up, and this is a real popular movie thing. This Cozy Cone Motel. But I even tried to do a Google Lens search, and nothing in shirts came up. So I'm real careful about Disney parks. I know that there are a lot of fakes, and so I'm going to be real careful on this. So I would have paid, let's see, this could have been a jacket, or it could have been an adult tops and bottoms. So I either paid $3.75 or I might have paid $7, but I don't think they would have counted this as a jacket. This is more of a hoodie, and so I think I still probably paid under $4. But either way, I still saw a lot of this Coney Motel thing going for really, really good prices. And you know, it says got cozy at the Cone, so I just felt like I should take a chance on it. And it says from Cars Land. So, if anybody knows, let me know. It says also Disney Pixar down here, but it doesn't have a date. So I've got some authentication work on that too. Anyway, so that is the end of my Goodwill. And this is a 52-minute video, so I think I'm going to stop this one and go another one just for those of you and just in case my computer shuts down. So that was my haul for $139.13. If I'm correct on the Ralph Lauren jeans, just those alone will pay for everything I did, and I think I can get my money back within a week. If not, I'm going to list those here in just a few minutes if I determine them to be authentic. And so I'm really happy with that, but since my video went so long, I'm going to shut this down, start uploading it, and then I'm going to do the next store. There's something really good in there too. Believe me, it's even better than the Ralph Lauren jeans, and it is Ralph Lauren. So I guess I mean, I don't feel like I've studied my Ralph Lauren that much. I think I just have learned from a $600 Ralph Lauren shirt I sold to be very, very careful with Ralph Lauren. And so I think since I sold that shirt, that was early summer, it was a Hawaiian shirt, and I should know the pattern. You'd think you'd remember something you sold for $600. But anyway, it was one of their Hawaiian shirts, and I paid $4 for it, and I knew it was worth money, but I had no clue till I got home that it was worth $600. So anyway, since then, I think I just realized that Ralph Lauren military and certain looks of Ralph Lauren, and so I think I'm just getting better at it. Anyway, I'll be back in a few to film the next video, but I'm going to shut this one down just in case. 53 minutes is a long time. Thanks for hanging in there. I hope the haul taught you something. Let me know on if you think I found authentic things or not. I'm certainly not wanting to risk my eBay account, so if you have some kind of knowledge, I'd love to hear from you. Thank you. Bye-bye.